Good morning. My name is Kelly Bowker. Welcome to my channel. I'm really excited this morning, actually overwhelmed with excitement because I've had a very interesting morning. To just give a little bit of a backstory, it's 2 days after my interview with Kevin Moore went online, and I've made no bones about the fact that I'm a small town girl. I live in a town population under 1,000, and just watching the numbers on that video go up, it's up over like 2,500 right now, which just blows my mind. And yesterday, it just overwhelmed me. My mind started to be filled with shoulds and have tos, and oh gosh, I have to do this and I have to do that. And I should create this and I should create that. And oh, I don't understand the technology. And all of this started to just roll in my mind. And I really found myself being quite overwhelmed, just overwhelmed and not feeling good, not feeling happy. So when I woke up this morning, I was sitting having coffee, and I just basically dropped into my mind and I said to my guides, what is this all about? The first thing I wanted to ask them was, do they truly have a predestined thing I'm supposed to do? And now looking back on that question, I know where it came from. Being raised a Baptist, we were trained we were supposed to witness, that when you had the good news, when you knew of salvation, that you're supposed to try to convert every person that you meet. And I have come a long way since then, and I have not a thought in my body that I need to convince anybody of anything. But that was what was driving that thought of, I need to figure out all these ways of sharing what they want me to share. And that just isn't true. Number one, what they said to me was, you're not practicing what you preach. You're not walking the talk. I'm out in all kinds of future moments, thrashing around, giving myself hell, being upset and overwhelmed. Where's the present moment, Kelly Colleen? You've lost your grip on the present moment. And I just was like, oh my gosh, it's just so true. It's just so true. We lose our grip on the present moment. And that is when all of the chaos goes in our minds. When I was in the shower this morning, sorry about that, too much information, but I was thinking to myself, because I was so filled with joy, I had such a beautiful download this morning and just felt so much love and happiness and overwhelming joy this morning. And I asked him, why do we have to feel the stuff like I felt yesterday? Why do we have to get into that chaos? And they gave me a beautiful picture. My husband watches Gunsmoke all the time, and Festus Hagen, for those of my generation, you know who Festus is. He talks about stay in the buggy, Doc, stay in the buggy, and pulling the buggy here and there. They dropped into my mind a vision of driving the buggy. And they said, every time we pull the buggy back to the road, back into alignment, we're getting stronger and stronger. And I thought, wow, okay, that is cool, because it didn't take me long and I didn't suffer a great amount of angst yesterday, but I didn't feel connected. I felt off balance later in the day. Things got overwhelming in my head. They also reminded me of a download that they gave me some weeks ago, months ago. And it was about, at that time, I wasn't having very many appointments and I wasn't connecting with all that many people, excuse me. And I'm like, it's just hard for me to imagine that they're giving me all of this beautiful advice and all this wonderful, loving knowledge, and that it's meant to be just for me. I can't imagine that it's meant to be just for me. And so I was laying with that thought and sitting with that thought, and they gave me a wonderful download that is still, I get goosebumps when I think about it, and it's still hard for me to wrap my mind around. But what they said to me was that every bit of love and tenderness that I give myself, tending to myself, teaching and practicing and reaffirming and doing the inner child work and all of that that makes me be the best me that I can be, they said, we're all one. So when I nurture my personal energy, it just radiates into the world. We don't have to see it. We can know that. We can know that. We are all one. We are all connected with an invisible, energetic, crystalline grid, web, however you want to think about it. It doesn't matter the details of it. We are connected. So when you're feeling like you're not doing enough, when you're feeling selfish for tending to your own vibration first, know that source energy is saying to you, do you first. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. And then you will have a beautiful well that is within you to share with the world. And those will be benefited by you, just like with me. All of a sudden, people are showing up. And it's such a blessing. And I feel so, so good. My dog is growling. If you can hear him, she'll probably bark. But I just want to share that with you and just reaffirm that our joy matters. Our joy matters. It just does. And that we're creating that energy that is lifting this world to a higher frequency. Every thought that we think like that, every connected, loving breath that we take raises the frequency of our planet. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. Have a blessed day. I'll say again, please give me a comment, give me questions if you want to in the comments. I can't promise to respond to all of them, but it's very exciting when you do. And click the little like and the subscribe. I had no idea there's something called a YouTube algorithm. I have not a clue what that is, but I've watched a couple YouTube videos about it, and I guess it makes a big difference if people respond to your videos. So if I'm bringing any joy into your life at all, which I pray that I am, subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.